folks. My name's Cook. I'm going to give you a little rundown of my interaction with the local law enforcement.
When's the last time you were arrested?
3 days ago.
What were the charges?
Possession of identification. Possession of somebody else's identification.
How'd you get someone else's ID?
I found a bag of garbage behind the Family Dollar. It had full of clothes and iPads and stuff like that. And I said, well, somebody must have cheated on their old man. He threw all her clothes away. So I picked them up. I'm thinking Kitten will look cute in these, stuff she can sell, stuff that she can wear. So I'm going through the clothes and I'm throwing them to her. We're driving down the road. We pull out of Pasco, get into Pinellas County. Not 20 minutes in, bam, cops are on me. They want to know. They
stopped you?
They stopped. Well, they stopped us in the parking lot. We were already in the parking lot at Walgreens. She was getting some stuff for her tooth. She had a toothache. So I'm sitting on the motorcycle, kicking back, texting a friend, and the cop pulls up and says, "Where are you coming from?" I said, "The Holiday Hotel, the shittiest place you've ever been in your life."
And where is that?
It's in Pasco County. The worst hotel ever.
It's in Holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the worst hotel ever. They gave us a hard time, took 2 days of money from me because we live like this.
They took money from you?
We got kicked out.
They kicked me out and took my money.
Kicked you out of the hotel?
Out of the hotel. Didn't cause any problems after I paid for it. So hold on,
how did they did they go in your hotel room?
No, they came and banged on the door like the police and said, "Is that your RV?" And she said, "Yeah, it had just downpoured. It was raining and we had the latches open. So water was inside. So we took everything on the outside of it to air out, and they lost their mind, man."
They didn't like the way that looked.
They didn't like the way
the hotel owner called them?
No, I think the fat old lady in a wheelchair didn't like the way Kitten looked when she went walking through the parking lot, and everybody stopped and wanted to know what was going on. And I get a lot of that. Besides me being upfront and abrasive like I am, I have a girlfriend that looks like her, so I get my fair share of that too. Why is that girl with that guy? I can give you a couple of reasons.
Or like the cops. Are you sure you should be dating somebody like that?
Yeah.
He's probably a bad influence on you.
Yep.
A cop said that to you?
Yeah.
Relationship advice from a police officer.
When was this?
This was towards the beginning of this crazy freaking journey.
2 months in.
So there was a body cam on this cop when he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Very unprofessional in my opinion, but
that would be interesting.
He kept on going off with the whole thing. I used to be an entrepreneur in the streets for a long time, and I gave that job up because she asked me to. She didn't want me going away for a long period of time. So the cop kept saying, "What's in your cigarette pack? What's in this? What's in that?" I said, "Look, man, I'm not dumb enough to be that, but don't do this. You're going to embarrass me." I was stashing money from her. I didn't want her to know I had $100 or something like that in the cigarette pack.
Why did you want her to know that?
Because I was trying to buy her something. Just I'm a romantic at heart. Yeah, I like to buy her things. Every day is Valentine's Day with this girl. So I was trying to save some money, and it's hard to save money when you live like this. You're homeless and everything. So I had stashed money in the cigarette pack. And he didn't care. He pulled it out. Like, "What's this money for?" I'm like, "For the girl, man. Thanks a lot for that. I appreciate you, He didn't need to do that. But, he ragged me for my past. They didn't care that I was no longer the local drug connection in the area or anything like that. I gave that life up.
When did you give that up?
Over a year ago now.
So you currently have pending charges. Possession of someone else's ID.
So yeah, so I open up the bag. It's got the stuff. I throw it to her. The cop pulls me to the side and says, "This girl," and points to some little chick and says, "That girl says you stole her stuff." I'm not a thief. I'm a lot of things. I'm not a thief. I don't beat up weak people, and I don't steal stuff from people. I take if you owe me, but I don't steal. And the girl says her iPhone is logged into one of the items that we have in the bag. And I said, "Yeah, there's some computer stuff in there." He says, "A laptop." I said, "No, she's got a laptop, some crazy laptop. And no, it's just some wires."
So someone accused you of stealing a laptop.
Somebody broke into this lady's truck, stole her stuff, and whatever was left over, threw in this bag and threw it on the side of the road. I happened to find the bag.
Now this girl is accusing us of stealing the laptop and apparently $8,000 cash.
Yeah.
Was there $8,000 cash in the
No,
bag?
there was no
Hell
laptop. There was
no.
nothing in it
There's
except
nothing
for
in
some
there but
So
underwear.
she's trying to get a recovery even though the stuff wasn't stolen.
Right.
Right.
She's trying to pull wool over. I don't know what.
So was there a phone in the bag?
No.
How did they?
There was
AirPods.
AirPods, iPhone AirPods.
So
Apple
that's how they
AirPods.
traced the bag to you? Is
Yep.
from the.
Yeah, from the earphones.
Yep.
Very interesting. So are you worried about what's going to happen? With
No,
these
man,
charges?
I didn't steal anything. You can't. Wait, so the cop said that I have a strange thing that you held on to this identification for so long. It's been 20 minutes, man. 20 minutes from the time I left behind Family Dollar to parking here. It's been 20 minutes. Is there a timeline from the time that you find an identification on the ground that you turn it into the police? I'm pretty sure there's no timeline. You got like 5
Apparently.
minins. This
Yeah.
cop says that there's a timeline. I think you were trying to keep the Dominican Republic birth certificate. That's what it was. A Dominican Republican birth certificate for some chick that wears clothes that fit her but doesn't look anything like her. And it was crazy. This little tiny short little thing came out and I said, those are the clothes that I was given to you. How did that girl?
So was there a driver's license in there?
No, it was a birth certificate. That's
From
what
the Dominican Republic.
and that's what they charged me with.
Are you trying to create an alternate identity of a Dominican Republic?
I want to
person?
be a Dominican Republican girl because I heard they make good money. You know, a little flash of the ass and you go a long way.
Do you have a public defender?
I do not. I bonded out, so I don't have one yet. I will get one.
Have you ever been to prison?
Yes.
How long have you spent in prison?
A year and a day.
Okay, so what was the charge for that?
Embezzlement.
Tell us about that.
I used to be a warranty administrator for this county. I worked for Crown, Furman, and Loki. I was like the best
In
warranty.
St. Petersburg.
In St. Pete, all the way up the road, yeah, Clearwater. I was the warranty administrator. Worked for Crown, Loki, Furman, doing warranty work, and I was stealing money, cashing out for warranty tickets, and trading cars for crack. So,
Trading cars?
dealer cars. You know, get them dealer cars that come up in a truck and they're all wrapped in plastic. Beep beep. They got a little button. When you push the button, I throw it to the dealer for a cookie. You know.
Throw it to who?
Dealer, crack dealer. I was bad on crack back in the day. So, I was a crack fiend.
You stole new cars, brand new wrap.
Brand new wrapped cars. I would give them the key, and they would give me a cookie.
One crack rock you sold the car
A cookie. A cookie is not a crack rock.
I've heard that.
Cookie,
term before.
baby. A big one. All that.
What
It's
did
an
they do with the
8-ball.
car? Just
It's
drive
an
it?
8-ball breakdown. Yeah, and bring it back on before Monday morning.
So you rented it to them.
Yes.
So they brought the car back.
All the way until they didn't bring the car back, and we had a miscount in cars that morning, and I was still strung out from the weekend because you're talking, I would smoke crack from Friday that I got off of work 5 o'clock all the way until Monday when I went back into work. But I didn't party during the week. I got rules, you know.
Absolutely.
But the car was in Miami, wrapped around a tree, so it didn't make it back to the car lot. They had the police there. The police said that they wanted to ask me to do a lie detector. My lawyer told me never do a lie detector. It only benefits the police. If you pass it, it doesn't matter. And if you fail it, they'll use it against you. So never do it. And they said, well, we want you to do a drug test. I said, well, that's another thing my lawyer told me never do. Don't pee in a cup and confirm anything, ever. So I don't do that. And they fired me for insubordination. I collected 9 months of unemployment off of them before I went to prison for a year and a day. Not bad. Was the crime worth the time? By all means. I live like a rock star, man.
How many cars did you do this with?
Man, I can tell you, I probably got $35,000 to $85,000 worth of merchandise and whatnot from the dealership.
But how many cars was it?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't keep track.
Was it over 20?
It was over 20.
Was it over 100?
No.
Okay, between 20 and 100.
Yeah. I was world famous in South St. Pete, man. Everybody being like, good, man, I need a car. I'm like, I don't even work there anymore, man. But I see what I can do for you. I know some people.
What kind of cars were these?
Brand new Altimas, Sentras, Titans. It was the cars that I had control over.
Oh, you got to tell them how you got caught.
Oh yeah. So you know, I had a.
Folks, stay tuned. We're going to start another segment about how he got caught.
Oh, that's crazy.